All right, Hawkbat. Let's see what he's got for us.
XX Hotbat.
I've heard some awesome band names. Hawkbat, Slung but not Stun.
Wow, that is
That's good.
incredible. Was that?
I love
did you
it.
make that up, or was that in?
No, the Stark said it earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, really? I totally missed
He
that.
said it's slung but not stun.
I love it.
Unslung.
Well
No,
done.
it was unslung. Unslung, not stung.
I mean, if you guys want to like just quit on this job and go form a band, like a band, might be an option. I mean, Xanya could keep the equipment working well. Tetsu
Yeah.
can bounce in addition to.
Yeah.
I'd be an awesome bouncer. Anyway, let's have Hawkbat come into our ship. Let's welcome him. We have nothing to offer him, but
So
our welcomingness.
it's pretty late at night, and so he asks maybe we could do this tomorrow. I'm busy right now. He has a job planned for this evening. So.
I think the morning would be fine. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do any of your characters have anything specific you want to do tonight before you go to sleep? Any discussions that you want to have with each other, or any precautions you want to take against people entering your quarters and potentially stuff? I don't know. But
Was the repair pack that you used enough, Stark?
Yes.
Okay, cool. My
I
own
wanna have
thing.
Not enough to paint like a nice symbol on me that says I'm definitely not Imperial. I work for Black Sun. But the nice
Can I spend the evening painting a nice symbol on Stark that makes him Black Sun material?
yeah, you can put the
They're not Black
symbol
Sun.
on
The nice front part of Black Sun.
Yes.
But I forget
Yes.
the-
Sorry.
The trading company thing.
Oh, like
What-
she's or transport system.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
its trading company.
Do like
You're
the
making
logo.
me think of Sabine from the Rebel show. She's like painting art like all over everything. And she's
I like bust out this wide array of spray paint.
yeah, totally.
like
Sabine is
stencils
awesome.
and things.
Like, is there like an artwork skill or something?
You have like a whole vandalism kit ready to go. Like,
Vandalism.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, can you like roll skullduggery? Is that probably where we want to go? Gotta be a roll.
great question.
Yeah, well, you gotta roll for it. Otherwise
Yeah,
it's
I
not
gotta
real.
roll for it. Otherwise, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
We can't just
It works in
agree.
real
that it
life
happened.
too.
Do you think the symbol looks cool? We could roll cool. I'm just kidding. That doesn't make any
Cool is
sense.
the best stat, though.
I mean, it by definition is the best stat because you're cool if you have it. You're not cool if you don't have it. But
I feel like it's like streetwise, or do you
streetwise,
negotiate the paint? Like
no, you
I
don't.
feel like streetwise because you're like a street artist.
You're not
coordination? Oh, it's got to be coordination, right?
no, you're not.
No, you don't.
No, like streetwise doesn't work because you're not like a shaman communing with the paint, asking it to please do this. I
What
don't
about
know.
deception?
Do you perceive the paint?
Yeah, I feel like deception is pretty good
Because it's a
Deception.
disguise.
A disguise, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, do we have anyone
like
else that's better at deception?
I think Calum is really good.
Yeah, I've got 2 expertise
Ooh.
you-
Like
ability.
help Xanya do the painting.
Can you paint?
Yeah.
Can you draw on me this evening?
Yeah.
I don't mean it to sound weird.
Yeah.
Draw on me, not draw me. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like,
Like-
you're doing a
I get it.
portrait. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's draw on me. Make me look like I fit into
All right.
the Cheez-It Transit Company.
All right.
I like how the name of the company is becoming worse and worse over time.
No,
Yeah.
we say it correctly every single time. It's a Cheeto Transport Company.
Yeah, there we go. Just paint the cheater on me with like the sunglasses.
It's too bad I'm not going to be able to
Can
make.
that be the logo? Because that would be spectacular.
I mean, it might be depending on what the role is.
It's too bad that I can't make Shizor like physically show up here just to like actually fight you as retribution for what you're doing.
Poor Shizor, I have so much respect for him.
But
Alright.
yeah, you can do it. I guess we'll say deception. Yeah,
I hope there's no red dice.
in the
you ready?
absence of a paint skill. Sorry.
So is Calum doing this or am I?
You can assist. You can give him a boost die.
I give him 2 boost die because I
boost
get
Boost die.
pack
You guys
instinct.
are like painting together.
Boom
Can
bam.
you loom a deception check?
Can I what?
Can
I
you loom a
can
deception?
loom a
Oh
deception.
my god.
Oh my
not
goodness.
applicable.
Naughty
Not,
action.
Oh, come
not applicable.
on.
Not applicable.
Ah.
I'm like looming over Calum,
Here.
being like, "Don't
Here.
mess this up."
Compromise. Okay, compromise. I want to be an accommodating GM, so compromise. You can loom if you paint your face on R323 in a disapproving glare, in addition
boy.
to the symbol of the company.
I do not accept, therefore I shall not loom.
Okay,
All right.
I'm sorry, but that's the only way I could see this having any sort of.
Okay.
We gotta capture the loom. We needed a live model.
So
Right.
I've got the 2 boost die. Do I have the difficulty?
Yes. Now, do you have something that removes step-back dice from deception checks? I feel like we've had this discussion before.
Oh, yes, I think I do. Let me.
Usually smugglers, scoundrel people do.
Yeah.
I
Why
want to
can't
just
I?
double check that because
Yeah. Remove 1 set die per rank, and I have 2 ranks.
Nice.
all right, you can roll.
All right.
Oh wow.
That is an amazing paint job. I like come back after eating banana or something, and I'm like, well done, guys.
He's a completely new droid.
Yeah.
So with those 2 advantage, why don't we just say we'll give a boost die to R323 that he can use at some point during this deception to just like it's so convincing that he can kind of be like look at me, I am very official. So it's like a floating boost die.
Very official. Oh my god, I hope he says that.
It's like just a floating boost die that you can use at some point during your infiltration.
Sweet.
Yeah, I guess so, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Gabe.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So yeah, you redo like you said you were yellow, right?
Yeah.
You were yellow? Okay.
I was-
So a lot of the yellow gets changed to like a sort of like a dark red color. And there's like black accents on it, and the black sun symbol itself, it's kind of like a black spiky sun with a circle in the middle. Oh wait, but you guys are not doing black sun. You guys are doing like Shizor transport system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
the
are transit
So
companies.
yeah, there's like an XTS logo that's perfectly stenciled on there. Like it just looks great.
Just those crisp lines.
Xanya's like advising on like paint and like techniques. And Calum's just trying to make this
Like,
look as
happy
like
little trees.
yeah,
Gotta have those happy little trees.
happy little trees are involved. It looks great. Like this looks pretty good.
All right.
So that's how you spend your evening. Tetsu, what are you up to before you go to sleep?
If Calum has this few spare minutes, I just kind of want to ask him why he didn't tell us about his bounty hunter past and whether or not he wants me to continue to keep it quiet from the other 2.
That's a good question. Well, I'll tell him. I guess I'll answer her. I'll say that the reason why I didn't tell you about the bounty hunter past is because I don't really have one. I'm not really a bounty hunter.
Then why did you say you were part of the Bounty Hunters Guild?
Someone close to me was a bounty hunter, and I worked with that person for a long time.
And you get status within the guild for doing that?
Yeah.
Is it that your character has that
I'm a-
person's membership? Is that actually what we're talking about here? Like in actuality, beyond what you're telling Tetsu?
I guess I would say that it's tough. I was an associate. I was like a working member of the crew of Bounty Hunter, and so I know a lot about the inside information, enough to get by.
Okay. So you were lying to him then?
Right. I was completely lying.
Okay. I still have respect for you that you were able to lie to Bossk and get away with it. But I'm
Because you
less
couldn't even tell the
on...
truth to him.
I'm a little less awed by your bounty hunter hidden status, but I will accept your explanation.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, I'm gonna tend to my throat and get a turtleneck on, like I currently have on in real life,
no.
and cover up the choke marks that have been left on my throat from a very hard day on Bespin. Yeah, that's me, and I go to sleep.
Okay. So, in the morning, you guys wake up. Nobody's broken into your ship. That's wonderful. That's a good start to the day.
Our 323 remember to lock the door this time?
Someone locked it.
I was being painted. I couldn't do anything.
That's true. You were drying overnight.
We put him under like one of those hair hoods to try and
stand on one of the vents.
Under the vent, yeah.
And so you guys can set the meeting for whenever you want. You guys also, beyond like talking to Hawkbat and having him case the joint / you guys casing the joint, you guys also can, if you want, start looking into Valerius Zarek and finding out like what kind of person he is. Like, are there any obvious routes of attack here?
Does he have a Wikipedia page?
He does not have a Wikipedia page.
I definitely want to find out about him. I also want to find out where he goes at night, if possible, like where he stays for the evenings.
That might be on his Facebook. Facebook.
Spacebook. Yes, Spacebook. We got to trademark that right now and make it like the Facebook for Star Wars fans. Anyway,
it's so brutal in its simplicity. I love
I
it.
know. So good. Yeah. So I'd like to, if I can, I'd like to figure out, like, maybe I can get into some security footage, and kind of watch where he walks after he leaves during the day or something.
You guys could try and access the security footage or follow him. You guys could try and tail him. He leaves. Probably options. It seems like based on the security, getting security footage probably harder than just following him, but obviously following him carries like greater risks.
Although I guess following him, if he does see us, we could just like jump him in an alleyway, which works well for us anyway, right?
Yeah, I feel like going at him like with charm or something may not work out in our advantage just because he's a Feline.
So we'll just like tail him and look for an opportunity to like jump on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys also, beyond the fact that he's a Feline, you guys, and that he's had some cybernetics done, you guys actually don't even like know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Like you guys could follow every Feline that leaves the building. There's likely not too many of them, but that also might not be a bulletproof strategy.
Can I Google him? Can I do the Star Wars equivalent of Google him?
Space Google him.
To like see what like local articles there are, what he's been doing since he's been put into power, that kind of thing.
You can look at public records, like like news feeds on the HoloNet. You don't find anything about this guy.
So his name doesn't appear anywhere.
Yeah, without doing some digging, like if you just like go to the HoloNet and be like Valerius Zarek, enter, nothing.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we like pop up somewhere else for other people.
Honestly, that in and of itself is kind of suspicious. The fact that there's no record.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a search for like Feline, Bespin? Is that like a thing I can do?
Yeah, I mean, you get a bunch of things that have nothing to do with him.
Okay.
There's like a weird Feline cultural festival that happened like a few years back. Like, your Google Foo is not strong enough to.
I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's your Google Foo not strong enough to flush him out of his digital hiding place. Without making a check.
It might be in our interest to like hit the pavement and actually try to see what he does, or ask around. Maybe that might be too suspicious.
Well, can we have Hawkbat show up now? Like,
sure, if you guys want, he could show up now.
Yeah.
Okay. Hawkbat is a Lannick, and
yay, Lannick!
He is about as tall as R3, basically. Has sort of almost porcine features, but like mostly human face with big ears. If you aren't familiar with Lannicks, there's one on the Jedi Council during the Clone Wars. So he shows up and he looks you up and down, and he I don't know who's like, if you guys are just assembled, he's like, which one of you is Calum?
So I'll tell him that it is I, Calum.
It is I. Hawkbat sizes you all up, looks at the Astromech droid, looks at what appears to be like the Togruta mechanic, and is like, so what exactly am I going to be doing for you?
Well, we've got a great business opportunity for you.
Everything's a business opportunity.
I was going to say, we always frame it as positive for them.
Yeah. We just need some minor computer alterations, nothing database alterations, nothing that's going to be too difficult, but the rewards will be pretty great, and the person who has hired us for the job will surely be very thankful.
As an aside to like Xanya, while he's doing that, I'm like, what rewards?
I have no idea what he's
Like,
talking
did you
about.
agree to pay this guy?
I don't think we ever agreed to that.
Being someone who is on Bespin as a slicer, it's possible I could hook him up with a contact of someone who's coming into power that probably would have a lot of...
that's true. I guess we could like connect him with Zarin.
Right.
As
That's
like
what I
a
was
future.
thinking.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Good job,
So
buddy.
he's being paid in
So
experience.
you are proposing exposure as the way that this slicer is going to get paid.
Exactly.
Can I pay for this burger with
every
exposure?
freelancer's nightmare.
This is going to be great for your resume on your application for the great future job.
As somebody who writes for a living, this is egregious. Like I'm totally on Hawkbat's side here, but
I do a lot of freelance too, guys. So
yeah,
kind of got a little distance here.
Exposure is its own currency. Come on.
yeah, it isn't accepted anywhere. So
Nope. Not
but,
even a little.
my own griping aside, I guess Hawkbat is not totally convinced on that. It sounds like he wants to know a little bit more about the specifics, so he knows exactly how many crimes he's committing, and also about the possible threat to his life. So he asks you whether or not he will be intruding in a network for you, or will just be providing like a script that you will utilize.
Yeah, that's all we really need is a script. Someone else is going to deliver it. We obviously take all of the dangerous risks of getting it to where it needs to go. We just need someone who can do it so that it looks like it hasn't been tampered with, like it's not something,
And
something
it
that
works.
belongs where it should be. Yeah, and it has
We
to
need to work first time. That's the big thing.
Yeah, we're not going to have more than one chance to get it in. This is our one chance.
He kind of like snorts a little bit and says, like, writing a script to do that is no problem. In fact, I'm probably a little bit more expensive and capable than what you need, but if you want me to do it, 2,000 credits, and I think we could have a deal. I like your proposal of exposure, but truthfully, that reward relies on you succeeding. And I know my part's going to be ironclad, but he looks around the room at the rest of your crew. I'm not so sure that your part of that arrangement is going to be ironclad. No offense to those present, but I don't know. You guys don't exactly look like professionals to me, so I can't allow my reward to be contingent on you succeeding.
I'm not sure we need him for 2,000 credits worth. I'm going to say this in front of him. I'm like, we're actually quite skilled in subterfuge and computers ourselves. We're just looking to you to bolster our chances of success. And
I was thinking 500 maybe.
You can't even buy a blaster pistol for 500 credits.
Yeah, it's
Well,
an easy job.
If we're unsuccessful, then we pay him 2,000. If we're successful, then the rewards will be incalculable.
The truth is that The truth is that if you are unsuccessful at getting this device into wherever it is you need it to go, I sort of doubt that you'll be around to pay me 2,000 credits after it all goes south. So,
Do they have an escrow system on?
escrow.
That if we die, you can loot our bodies. That's how we will pay you.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
How about if we're unsuccessful, he can have our ship?
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
There you go.
He takes a look around the ship and he's like, "Yeah, it looks like it's worth about 2,000 credits. Sure."
Rude.
All right.
I actually laugh under my breath. I'm like, haha, joke's on him. And it's like 1,500.
Yeah,
All
I mean, we might as well. We're either going to be successful or we'll probably.
Yeah,
not.
if we're dead, dude can totally have our ship.
So you're putting your ship up as collateral, basically.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, he's
Yep.
down for that. Because
All right.
he could probably scrap the ship for a lot more than 2,000 credits, so he's okay with that. That's
I have
Yeah,
no
I'll-
family.
I'm
to
sure I'll
leave
be able
my
to talk him.
possessions to.
I'm sure I'll be able to talk him down in payment once we're successful.
Mm.
all right. So he asks, "You want me to just get started on the script now? Like, what's your timeline here?"
We'd like to have it done today, and before you get started on that, which we think Xanya should actually help you with, we'd like to know what you know about Zarek.
So you say, "I want Xanya to help you write the script," and he's like, "No, I work alone. I have no idea who this person is." That's out of the
All right.
That is 100% out of the question. As for getting it done today, that's also probably out of the question, depending on how much data I have to actually upload with this script. So I will need to see that in order to make a determination for you, but that's likely out of the question.
Like what? Maybe a 1 gigabyte at most PDF?
But do you want to make this look good, or do you want me to just slam the data in there and make it look like an amateur job? That's kind of what I'm... Like, finesse
Well, we'll
takes
probably
time.
need a little bit of time to case the
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
corporation.
I just want to make sure that you can operate on that schedule. I mean, technically, if you succeed, you're not paying me anyways. You're just referring me to this person who's an up-and-comer, which, truthfully, has its own sort of value, but I'm not exactly going to just rearrange my schedule for that, given that you're not paying me any actual money. And actually, the situation is such that I kind of hope you fail, because I'd love this ship instead of exposure.
Yeah, don't say that to us before you actually create the program.
Listen, if you're so confident in your friend here, motions to Togruta, you can have her look at it once I've written it. That's fine. Obviously, you can double check my work, but I
She
don't
can
think
look at it when you're done. I also would like her to be present while you're developing it. She doesn't
that's
have to be.
out of the question. She cannot go to the place where I will be developing. That is out of the question. That's non-negotiable. I
I
can't.
have something that Xanya could be doing during that time anyway.
Okay.
What's that?
I'll talk to you about it afterwards.
I think we should be. I think we should be good if we can just look at it after it's done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could give it a once over. It wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Well, you can have my comm frequency. Just my dedicated comm frequency. Get in touch with me. I would keep your heads down. Apparently there was some kind of fight last night. On like the Port Town concourse, and some bounty hunter got really angry. So I would just try and keep a low profile. It's kind of interesting that you guys are up here on level 10 instead of down in Port Town, but I have no doubt that if you truly are going to be doing a little bit of field work, you'll head down there. So keep your heads down.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Does Tetsu just look awkwardly during this conversation?
Yeah. Clear my throat. Oh, yeah. Why would anyone do that?
Yeah, sounds. Yeah, cool.
He still didn't answer my question about what he knows about Zarek.
Oh, you want to ask him about Zarek?
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe we should keep what we're doing like
Yeah, it's
specifically
fine.
on the down low.
Don't worry about it. We can go find out.
We'll get
Yeah.
other contacts.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
materials, because I have a plan, TM, a Xanya plan.
Lasagna plan.
Oh, a Xanya plan now.
I like how we're naming our plans.
Okay,
We have an archery plan. We have a Xanya plan.
Hang on. I realized that a Xanya plan sounds bad.
To me, it sounds terrible.
What if we give the person who almost tried to kill us all our weapons?
I'd be down for that. Hand them over.
Oh man.
So yeah, with that, if you guys are good, he's gonna leave.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
He takes off. Yeah.
Xanya, here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
Is you need to make it so that I'm an employee of the Cheez-It Transit company.
Right. Okay.
Like,
So what I was thinking of doing was making both of us an employee of the Cheez-It Transit Company.
If you want.
I wanted to.
I'm
For a
adding
couple
so
different
many
reasons.
setback dice for you guys calling it Cheez-It.
No.
You can't.
Cheezor, guys. Cheezor.
Who's all?
Cheezor. Cheezor.
I love how Danielle and I are like, we love Shadows of the Empire. Please stop, everybody! Please stop.
It is my favorite Star Wars book, and you guys are butchering one of the greatest characters ever.
Wow.
I
Okay.
was programmed this way.
What
I was
my
programmed to
Xanya plan
insult.
was to like maybe go into a locker room or maybe like swipe a spare uniform if there is any, just because I feel like if I were a like meat bag employee, that could potentially like credit R3 as being a droid that belongs to the Cheezer company. Potentially.
Yeah. I mean, getting a uniform is definitely a possibility. Wiping a uniform probably means taking it off of a person.
True.
Because you don't have physical access to like the employee only area.
Yeah.
Because you want to look like an employee before you go there. It sounds like.
This is
Yeah.
why I thought about maybe just paint me and send me in.
Mm-hmm. But
If we have the script, do we need you to go in as well?
I'm just going to plug it in and hope. That's the game plan.
do I
Yeah.
need to be in the company in order to make R3 part of like the manifests or whatever?
Depends how well you hack.
You
true.
haven't looked yet, so you don't know
Okay.
how that works. Like you don't know how droids are registered. Do they have a specific designation? Do they all wear restraining bolts? Do they have handlers? Like you guys don't know any of that. Like,
Okay,
you'd
so
have
we
to go
need to case the
physically
droid.
look. Yeah.
We need to case it and get some information. Cool.
You're muted.
All right. Why don't we just like go out now and see what we can find?
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay. So
I wonder if it's best with my paint work to maybe... Never mind. Let's go.
Did you hear my sneeze through Josh's mic?
Bless you, by the way.
Too many dogs at Easter dinner, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, let's go to the Cheese or Trading Company.
Cheez-It Transit Company.
Oh, start.
Oh no!
What is that?
All right, let's start casing the joint.
The threat of setback die has me spooked.
So you guys have to go down the turbo lift 114 levels.
Yeah.
To get back to
Ugh.
410.
Wow,
Do
that's
we
a
have to listen to that horrible elevator music again?
I don't know. For some reason, it's different today, and it's like top 20 pop hits of Bespin.
Ugh.
But
pretty bad.
I'm just
Of Bespin, that's still pretty bad.
I was gonna say
The Spice
Pop music.
Girls.
pop music on Bespin is like there's like a lot of Ugnaught music.
Ugh.
So maybe
Nice.
it's like more like Ugnaught like musical type music, like with a lot of grunting and squealing and stuff. Doesn't really make a ton of sense.
Nice.
Um,
I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
I mean, I love it, so I'm glad you
I know.
enjoy it. You guys get off the turbo lift in Port Town, and you actually do see as you guys go past the 4.5. You actually do see Bossk hanging around outside the 4.5.
I like shield my face and
I'm just
continue.
wheeling. Do-do-do-do.
Just keep walking.
So you guys just heads down, like walk past without incident.
Yep.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Okay. I need a stealth check.
Oh boy.
from all of us?
I'm ready.
Just give me the worst stealth check that you guys have.
The worst.
No.
No.
I have 3 green, 3 agility.
I
Room
have
14.
2 green.
I have 3 green.
I think
So
it's
I think it's Palomi
No
or
pressure.
Xanya. Xanya is the least stealthy.
Crap. All right. Hey,
Oh
one
no,
advantage.
you don't. No, you don't have to roll it. I'm just rolling his check opposed by the worst stealth in your group.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry that you rolled that.
I'm sorry that I rolled that too.
You didn't have 4 green anyway, did you?
Oh wow.
No.
Bad.
Interesting.
And that's an interesting roll.
Awesome.
He doesn't seem to notice you.
Huh.
Perfect.
So, you guys get past Bossk. You continue through the crowd. There's like a crush of people still. So, you guys slip through the crowd and eventually make your way to the storefront for Shizor Transport Systems. Not Cheez-It, transport company. And as you guys stand at the front, it's like a very simple facade. It looks like a either marble or like a faux marble finish, with in sort of gold serif letters, Shizor Transport Systems, chiseled and then refinish above the door. The entire thing looks kind of out of place in Port Town, honestly. Like, it honestly looks a little bit higher class than you would expect from a shipping company.
Mm.
Almost, it has the feeling of, like, obvious front, truthfully. There's a couple of, like, potted plants outside the door. Everything, like, all the metals are well polished and clean, despite the fact that there's, like, literally, like, people who may not have bathed in weeks, like, just coming through this area constantly because they've been on ships and stuff. Like, so this is out of place. This is definitely out of place. It's an obvious front, but it's almost like they don't care. They don't care that people know it's a front. That's how clean it is.
Why even bother with the front at that point then?
Yeah.
Like, why not just be like completely overt and we're awesome? But is there like a fence around it, or are there like people like working in the yard, like outside?
No yard. There's no yard. It's literally like a storefront you can walk
Okay,
in.
it's literally just like one storefront.
Yep.
Does it have like an open welcome come on in sign?
Yeah, you can walk on in.
Let's walk on in.
Wait,
before we do,
I don't think we want to do that.
Well, before we do, I feel like maybe if we're gonna walk in, we should have like, because this is a front, but so I feel like, is it still like an operable business? Would people still like go to it as a business?
You think so, because you saw ships with that designation leaving.
Okay.
And despite being a front, it appears to still do legitimate business. Like, it has a section of this level that extends outward to the end of the structure, so it can allow ships to dock inside hangars and stuff. So there's definitely like docking facilities. It appears that like a legitimate business is conducted, but you guys know that through this building you can get to the Black Sun hideout.
Can we get like a postcard or something and send Calum in looking like a tourist, being like, I really need to send this postcard back home, and because it's a shipping company, right?
It's a bulk shipping company. It's not like FedEx.
So it's not like
10 postcards.
Okay. Well, maybe he could like go in with the box and be like, these are things that I've collected to send back home. Like, basically just him saying, I need to ship something, and he.
Why don't I just go in?
So to
and
give
look
you
around?
a real world parallel, this is like you walking into like a trucking company that hauls like tons of bulk goods with like a letter and saying, can you deliver this for me?
Okay, so what you're saying is a bad idea.
If your intention is to be like intentionally dense and pretend to be a tourist, that might not be a bad idea. You're just not sure the discussion will go too far. You'd probably be like, sorry, we don't do mail.
Yeah, like the intention is just kind of to see like what is in the room.
Maybe it's more that Calum's
I'm
posing as like a
already-
business owner or something.
I'm already painted. Like, why don't I just go?
Well, I think we kind of want to scout out the storefront
We want to know what
Or-
you're getting
So I'm
into.
because,
standing
like, I highly doubt their Astromech droids are coming in through the front door. And
Yeah.
if you don't know where to go yet, like, if you're just like going in,
Who's
I
the
feel
least
like
obnoxious looking person?
And
Calum.
don't we want to watch also for when the guy comes out that we're looking for?
Yeah, I was also thinking of like, because this is still morning, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah, I was also thinking of like waiting around till lunchtime and seeing like the workers come out. Like, I'm assuming they might have like a local place they go to eat lunch.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
kind
you
of
want to
like,
kill some people on their lunch break?
No, we don't want
That
to kill anyone on
sucks.
lunch.
We'll
Yeah,
wait till
we
the end of their
don't
lunch
wanna
break.
kill
Murder is
anyone.
more of a dinner time thing.
They're just trying to get some fast food or some pho or something, and you just attack them. Like,
Well, no, I want to like go talk to them / yeah, maybe kill them if needed.
this just hits really close to home for me because me and all my work friends all go out and get lunch, and now I'm just always gonna assume there's somebody watching me wanting to take like my credentials. It just hits really close to home, guys. But yeah, sure.
Yeah, because the Score Esports is definitely a front for like.
It's not. It's not, but it's
That's what
just
someone
like
would say if it was a front. I'm just saying.
True. This is a whole other discussion, guys. All right, back.
Yeah.
I think if Calum's not opposed, I think him going in being like a dense tourist just to get like a first scan.
Go.
Like, he's a human. He's unassuming. Like, if he goes in looking like a stupid tourist, they're probably just gonna like say sorry, get out. But at least he gets like a look at where possible doors are, who's in there, that kind of thing, without drawing attention to ourselves. Is that?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, because I probably have had enough business dealings with bounty hunting contacts, stuff like that I can fake my way through some kind of shipping conversation.
Cool.
okay.
Good luck.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm just gonna like hang back and watch like from outside.
So you walk into the doors, and like the door slides open as you approach, and what you see is like a long room, and along the left-hand wall is a series of like almost like tellers, with for the moment just droids, like service droids behind each counter, basically just there to handle inquiries, maybe book routine things. At the far end of the room ends. There's a waiting area there, and there's also a door which says employees only on it. Beyond that, there's like a public washroom here, and that's basically the entire room. It's well furnished. Like the waiting area is quite well appointed. There is what appears to be an expensive carpet, which is meticulously maintained. The interior mostly done up in white marble and gold accents, much like the exterior of the building. But beyond that, this is like a pretty standard shipping office, honestly. Besides being a little bit over the top in terms of like gaudiness,
Mhm.
it looks pretty much like a standard sort of like shipping office. There's also, beyond the near the employees only door, there's also what appears to be a hallway that goes to like personal offices, like cubicles and stuff, like where probably managers would sit and like discuss contracts, or like like private areas where representatives are probably there waiting for the droid to flag them to come out, as far as you could probably tell. And that's pretty much the room. That's pretty much the room. So I mean, you can approach any of the droids if that's still the plan.
What are the droids painted like? Like, can you take a note
They're
of
just
that?
painted in like a bronze color, and they have the Shizor Transport Systems logo stenciled over their like left side, where their heart would be if they weren't a soulless automaton.
So, can I tell anything from our paint job that does it look pretty realistic?
Looks passable for sure.
Okay.
Looks like it should do. You do note that each of these droids has a restraining bolt on it.
Okay. So I guess so that I don't look very suspicious, I could approach one of them and ask that I was referred here, needing to ship some Tabana gas and what kind of paperwork or what kind of materials I need to set up a transport contract?
So the droid is polite and yet unhelpful. He looks at you as you say that, and he says, "Oh," and he kind of rotates to a side area, and he picks up a data pad and rotates back to you, and he slides it across the counter. He says, "You'll need to fill out forms 34, 36, and 37A. Is this a private contract, or are you affiliated with a governmental organization?"
This would be private.
He's like, "All right, is this spin sealed Tabana gas produced here, or are you hauling some other kind of product from some other location that we should be aware of for customs purposes?"
It would be, what did you say? Spin sealed?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you said.
So the droid's like, in that case, if it is locally produced Tabana gas, we will also require you to fill out forms 48, 49, and 86C. Please be sure to complete all fields, as this is a legally binding document which must be submitted to the port master as well as the imperial authorities.
Oh, so I was told by my network contact that recommended me to you that there wouldn't be a lot of paperwork involved, but I can see this is going to take a while, so I'll probably have to send my administrative assistant down later on today. I've got a business meeting in about a half an hour, so I'm not going to be able to do this right now.
By all means, if you require further assistance, we have a handy helpline set up. Here is the comm frequency for that helpline.
Oh, thanks. You've been very helpful.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to serve customers of the Shizor Transport Systems Corporation.
Oh, droids, how I love them.
And then I'll turn around and leave.
All right. So
you said there weren't any humans in there, right?
No.
Okay.
Why don't you give me a perception check to just generally see if you noticed any particular details as you were entering and having the discussion.
Okay. Are you ready with the difficulty?
Yep.
Hold on, let me take those boost die back off.
You can totally leave those. I'm just
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And a success. Nice. So, a couple of things. There are plenty of security cameras in the lobby, and you're pretty sure you noticed some kind of a keypad on the employees only door. You're pretty sure you're gonna need some kind of credential to get in there, like a key card.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see like a scanner, like a fingerprint, like a hand scanner or a retinal scanner or anything. So you're pretty sure it's like a key card. Which is good news, because if you can get one, you can get it.
We don't have to cut off anybody's hands or
getting pho for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are pretty sure that like the area with the cubicles in it will contain numerous like humanoids that aren't droids. You thought you heard some noises of people working there, but like nothing loud, like people doing paperwork or typing. I guess there's no paper in Star Wars. They're doing work on data pads. But yeah, like you're pretty sure that if there were issues, there would be people to respond to like a call for help from the droids.
Okay.
You couldn't see into the employees only area, but like it's weird that there is an employees only area when they're like employees have seemingly their own section of the floor already. Maybe it's a lunchroom, but you're pretty sure it's not, right? Because you know that this is a front. So, that seems to be the way to go if you're going in through the front. It seems like you need a card, and you need to get through that way.
Okay. So I can tell all my crewmates about that information, and I propose that we need to wait for someone to come out that we can possibly swipe their card.
I'll also need a fake restraining bolt.
Mm-hmm.
I have a real one.
I
I've been just waiting for an opportunity to use this baby. So, if you would like to submit yourself, no. I actually do have a real one because I knew we had a droid in the party.
How do they work? Like, is it like?
the restraining bolt goes on, and normally it's keyed to like a data pad or some kind of handheld device that can basically issue like commands to the droid outside of their normal programming. So like they can just be like that, and like you can't move or whatever. So it's not good. Like it's like putting on shackles for a droid. Basically.
Can I put it on him without activating it?
Yeah, I'd say you could fix one without actually activating it.
Yeah.
I mean, close inspection.
Same, right? It's just like a little thing.
Cursory inspection would be fine. If somebody like got down and looked at the droid like closely, you're pretty sure they'd be able to tell that like it's not on.
Could I like activate it but leave it so that he's free to like go as far as he wants? Like could I put like a 5-kilometer radius on it or something?
Well, you could put on the restraining bolt and then just not issue commands. Like that's 100% something you can do.
Yeah, I'm totally willing to put my restraining bolt on R323. You ready? You ready, buddy? Totally ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will definitely under no circumstances activate this restraining bolt. I promise.
This sounds fishy.
Can you give me the data pad on the other end?
No, because that just looks suspicious if they were to ask you to open your compartment. So I better hang on.
That would be the least suspicious thing they would find. So I'm trying
to protect you, friend. I don't want you to blow your cover.
That's why I will take the data pad with the programming as well.
Honestly, I think it's for your own good if I hold on to it.
Just to give you an idea of like mechanics for the way restraining bolts work, it takes, if you have a restraining bolt on you and you want to resist the command that's being given to you, it's a daunting discipline check. So 4 purple dice to resist. Yeah,
I'm not having your restraining bolt unless I get the commanding thing.
Fine, I will give.
Otherwise, I'm getting a fake one.
But I take a little bit of pleasure as I put the restraining bolt on him, and then feel a little bit pained as I hand him the data pad.
Good.
It just looks like a normal data pad, right? Like no one would know that that's what's commanding it.
I mean,
it's like an app, you know.
There's an app for that restraining bolt for sure. But no, like if there's a droid with a restraining bolt and there's an obvious data pad in the hands of a nearby humanoid, you sort of assume that is what is controlling it. If the data pad is inside R323's body, then like I don't know, like they wouldn't be able to know.
Yeah, exactly. Done.
Okay.
Just don't scratch the new paint. Put it on the old paint.
I feel like scratching the paint would probably make it look more real. Yes, first command handstand. Except he has no hands, so it's more of like a roly-poly, ole upside down garbage can stand.
Thanks for that. That's great.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I guess we're waiting for someone to leave, right? So that we can swipe a access card?
Yeah.
We're just going to kind of like wait and follow the first like worker person to leave?
Yeah. So you guys wait like an hour. Nobody comes out of the front of this building.
Nobody.
Is it like a time where people are coming?
Is it like around lunchtime?
Yeah. I mean, you guys can wait until lunchtime. That's fine. You actually see like someone go in, talk to the droid, and come out, but they're obviously not an employee. But you guys don't see any employees come out of the building.
How long till lunchtime?
You want to wait until lunchtime?
Well, I'm asking how long is it until lunchtime?
Like an hour. The lunch rush starts.
Wait another hour. Xanya, how easy would it be to make a keycard to unlock said door?
Make a keycard?
Yeah.
I mean,
on a scale of like 1 dice to like 10.
I mean, hey, although I have a other question, a related but different question. That frequency that that Calum got when he was talking to the droid. Sorry, English is hard apparently all of a sudden. No, so would I be able to use that frequency in any way to like maybe see if there are other frequencies that could be a little bit more sensitive that I could tap into?
You actually think that the comm frequency could definitely be a security loophole that you.
Okay.
But until you actually try and slice it, like you're not sure how dangerous that would be.
Okay.
But like it seems to be like a forward-facing, customer-accessible comm frequency because it was just given out to Calum.
Mhm.
So again, like the issue here is we don't know if that network is directly tied to the Black Sun network.
Okay.
But you don't know until you try.
And Stark, you want a key card so you can get into the employees only area, don't you?
Yeah. I assume there's not going to be like a convenient, here's all the internal database port, just,
Yeah.
water cooler outside. Like, that doesn't make
Could
much
we
sense.
maybe like dress up Xanya as a like repair tech, because that's what she is,
Mhm.
and have her walk him in and be like, I fixed the restraining bolt and the problems that you were having, and he's ready to return to work? Is that like a
Yeah, like where can I take him so he can get back to work kind of
yeah?
deal?
That's quite possible.
Let's see if someone comes out and we can acquire a key
Yeah.
card.
At
Okay.
lunchtime.
If not,
Let's wait till lunch.
What's the best perception skill for the?
Not this guy.
I have 1 yellow, 1 green.
I have 3 green,
I have 2 yellow, 1 green.
and that would be
Winner,
definitely
winner.
Calum.
You can roll that when you.
Okay.
Man, you're so good at rolling.
You guys are waiting for people to come out of this building, and no one comes through the front door. And Calum, maybe getting a bit restless, just starts looking around. What's the deal?
Yeah, it does
And-
seem weird if no one comes out. It's possible no one's supposed to go in this way. If they're
Mhm.
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, guys.
Yeah, that's actually a really good. That's a really good assumption because you start looking around, like you're getting restless. People are like, R323's like, just wait until lunch, and you're like, like we gotta just look, and you see about 3 storefronts down out of what looks like an access to maybe like a maintenance alley or something that goes behind this. You see a couple people come out wearing what appear to be XTS like maintenance jumpsuit.
Okay.
What kind of storefront are they coming out of? Or it's
They're coming out of like an access to like a maintenance alley or hack or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Like they are not going through the front door. No one is going through the front door.
Okay, can we tail them?
It's almost like the front door is a trap because it's an obvious front, and if you try and go in through the employees only door, like it
Might not work out in our favor.
it's like flypaper basically. Like
Okay.
you
Yeah.
can start tailing them if you want.
I need a jumpsuit.
Let's start telling them. Yeah, I think like a jumpsuit and a key card and all that fun stuff. We can also
Someone
like drop
similarly sized to myself.
Okay, let's tail them. And we don't even really need to be stealthy because I doubt these guys are really like. I mean, we don't want to be obviously tailing them, but we don't have to make it so that they don't know.
I mean, we can still roll stealth and just not be that stealthy.
Yeah, true.
Rolling stealth shouldn't be a negative thing, right?
True. All right, let's tail them.
Okay. So the crowd is still pretty thick, and it's getting worse because people are trying to find food. These 2 guys go to what looks like just like a quick food stand that's like little more than a bar and like 6 stools, and behind the counter there's a Quarren, just kind of like the squid face guys for those of you who may not be familiar with the Star Wars universe aliens. And he's cooking what appears to be some sort of like noodle medley, and these 2 guys both take a seat and they both order like bowls of noodles, and they don't appear to be dangerous, alerted to your presence even without rolling stealth. These guys are just trying to catch some noodle, and they are currently doing so. What are you doing?
Okay.
Can we maybe do like? Do they serve alcoholic beverages here?
I mean, they sell like really cheap beer. Sure.
can maybe like Xanya and I go to the bar and like send them a drink, and then the bar, like one of those like cheesy movie things where it's like these two are from the two at the bar.
This
Yeah.
is literally little more than a noodle stand. Like it is like one bar and 6 stools and a disturbed Quarren making noodles behind.
So what I'm hearing is no on getting people out of commission beverage wise.
You could order a bunch of cheap. It's just weird to be like, yo.
Picking people up at a noodle bar.
Like we're standing beside them and have the bartender be like, send them these drinks. Yeah, no, I get that doesn't make sense.
He literally slides them 2 stools down to where they're sitting. Like, yeah.
Can I maybe go up to them and be like, you guys deserve way better than these noodles. Xanya, my friend, and I actually have a way better place, and we'd love it if you join us for lunch. Can we try that maybe? Have them follow us?
Assist that charm check by batting my eyelashes.
Sure.
Can I coerce them by like taking a bite of noodles and being like, this is absolutely disgusting, and you can really come with us for a better lunch? And I can't charm, okay? I am not a charming, alluring person. Like my flirting is basically like, these noodles suck. Come with me. Like that's my flirting. Okay?
Come with me if you want to eat.
Like, I don't know how coercion enters into it unless you literally flip over the bowl of noodles and shout at the guy to leave and go with you.
Maybe they like their women rough. I don't know, okay? But I can't flirt. Do you have charm, Xanya? Can you do this?
I mean, okay, let's check this out real quick.
I guess we never assumed these were male. Can they be female workers? Because that would be a lot easier.
My charm is pretty.
Okay.
I think it's pretty.
Actually, you know what? I'll just roll it.
50-50?
One is male.
Well,
They're both male.
They're both male.
okay.
Okay.
They both gas.
You guys saw it. It's in the chat. It's in the dice. It's on the stream.
All right, each of us are gonna roll a charm check right now, and we're gonna see how this works.
Oh, bye.
I mean, they're probably like super lonely noodle eating workers. How hard could the charm check be?
I take offense to the implication that if you eat noodles, you're lonely. Okay? But anyways.
In my mind, I'm just thinking of like Blade Runner and Harrison Ford being super lonely eating noodles. So.
Hey, if you're getting a Blade Runner vibe from anything I do, then I'm down with that.
Noodle stand to me equals Blade Runner, but
It kind of does.
okay. Yeah. Is the difficulty set? Can we each roll our charm check?
Yeah, go for it. All
right.
Oh boy.
We are super charming.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I have an idea for the advantage.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Can it give a boost die for something meaningful that me and Calum are doing, using these as a distraction?
Yes. The distraction is that we are the worst flirters they have ever encountered. I hope the other two have a better plan.
Oh, okay. How about this? We're crashing so hard with this attempt at flirting that perhaps that advantage could be used to maybe as a distraction, sure. But then R3 may be able to sneak up behind one of them or something.
Yeah, I have skullduggery too. I could try to pickpocket the.
I was gonna say, is your Astromech droid gonna pickpocket someone? Because that seems like
Calum can totally pickpocket.
Calum can.
yeah,
Right.
boost die on your skullduggery attempt.
The Astromech was more of like a bludgeoning situation, not a theft.
So we're ready?
Yeah.
Not that good that time.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the 2 advantage. And I'm gonna say they don't notice that you fail.
Okay.
However, your attempt takes the entire time that this discussion is happening. So they will need to create a bigger distraction.
Can I try skullduggery? Like, is it worth?
You could try.
If you fail though, and they notice,
I
then
don't
we're
even
like
have-
throwing down at the noodle stand.
I'd have to get a success off the boost die, if that's even a thing.
I'm gonna be real. Yes, there is a success on the boost die. I'm gonna be real with you, Stark. If your Astromech droid tries to pickpocket someone, I'm spending a destiny point to make it harder because that's ridiculous. I love it, but that's ridiculous.
Is that even mathematically viable then? I don't think.
What do you
Okay.
roll for skullduggery?
I would roll 1 green, 1 blue against 2 purple and a black.
What if at this
No, it's
point...
gonna be 1 red and 1 purple. Like I'm upgrading one of them using destiny.
Yeah, that's even worse. But
It's actually almost not because the black die is really
you know what?
really
R323 would do it. So let's go.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yes!
Well, if we
Oh,
fail, we
so
can
good.
always strong arm them to come with us.
Yeah, we can fight at
Yeah,
the
maybe I accidentally just dropped my flamethrower or something. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops! Did I misplace that? Maybe let's.
You got this, buddy. You got this.
I am trained in skullduggery. I'm just not very good at it. Like it's one of my career skills.
So you're not trained. It's just you could be trained if you
Got a
had
tick.
spent it.
Yeah, next level. I'm trained in it.
If someone were to upload that
tutorial right now.
program. Alrighty then.
Oh, yeah. Rip.
So thank you, Red Die. First, I'd like to thank my friend the Red Die. So you have like a tiny arm, or maybe you use your little like magnetic harpoon and you try and harpoon
You harpoon
something.
it. It like sticks in his butt or something as he's sitting. But it's like it won't come out.
And the guy turns and sees you trying to do that, and he kind of like turns to his buddy, and like he's like there's a droid here, and the first guy, who is kind of a little bit older and was the guy that you guys tried to pickpocket because he seemed most flabbergasted by the flirting attempts, I guess. He turns to the other guy and he's like there's a droid trying to, and the other guy looks and he takes out a comm link.
Oh boy.
And
So-
that's gonna be combat, I'm assuming.
I'm gonna do quick draw. Can I pull my pistol out before he has a chance to say anything? Not to shoot it, but to.
Yeah, I'll let you
him.
do that. I'll let you do that. Sure. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's technically for combat, but I get it. So you pull out a gun on this guy.
This is
And
escalating
so he has
very
a comm
quickly.
link in his hand and sees you like with rapid speed. You whip out a gun and point it at him, and he does not move to activate the comm link or speak into it because he doesn't want to die.
I go
So
to
he just-
grab the comm link.
He stares at you, basically. This is happening at a noodle bar. Like, I do want to point this. Okay.
What's the chef like? What's he doing?
So we'll.
The
go ahead.
Corin actually has his back to you right now.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
And
Yeah.
he appears to be cutting up some like chicken-like substance for another batch of noodles.
So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
lower the gun so that it's still pointed at him, but the cook wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay, so you're kind of like just like
Under the table kind of thing.
Yeah, and
I've
I'll
seen this
say,
scene before in Star Wars.
as you can see, me and my compatriots you have something that we need. This doesn't have to turn into violence, which I'm sure the two of you would not fare very well in a situation like that. So if I were you, you're going to need to come with us. Or
I want to, at this point, take the brass knuckles out of my pocket, just like hold my hand down and be like, you really need to come with us. Can I finally use coercion? Is this a coercion check?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you.
100%
Okay.
that's coercion.
Finally.
Coercion.
Just as a general rule, you can't flirt with somebody using coercion. Just for the future.
I can't coerce them to be. No? Okay.
I don't think so.
sounds like my first wife. What?
Whoa!
Is the difficulty set for
Oh.
coercion?
Yeah, they're actually you need to give yourself a boost die.
Boost die.
Yeah, because they are terrified.
Okay, cool. And the difficulty set?
Yeah.
Okay, so in addition to this, I also get an automatic advantage. So. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Triumph!
The older guy he's like, yeah, like, okay, like, please don't do anything to us. Like, we're just working for XTS. Like, it's not. I'm not a criminal, okay? And the other guy turns to him and he says, "Do you have any idea what Zarek is gonna do to us?" And the older guy's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." Like, okay, well, where do you want us to go?
You need to come back to to our ship with us.
Do we want to go all the way back to our ship, or do you want to just?
I guess it was 114. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, what we need to do is get the jumpsuits, the card, and we need them to stay away long enough so that they don't alert them. Right? Like we need to tie them.
Do we still have some rope?
Yeah, is there anywhere that we would trust to go other than our ship?
We could just potentially like hog tie them and then throw them in a dumpster.
Wow, and I thought you were nice.
She's nice to droids. You should try being a droid. It's great.
Apparently.
So can I use my perception check and see if there's any kind of like hotel or place we can
There's tons
rent?
of lodging places. Yeah, 100%. Like, cause like this whole level services like spacers and smugglers, freighter captains, like